Okay, well, here we have the periodic table, and I wanted to use it for showing you index match. Probably wouldn't normally do something like this, but I'm going to give it a try. And I want to start our index match right kind of here in the center, right there. But I wonder if I can change the view here. I think I can do that. Yeah, maybe. No. Yeah, so I want to go like 200, I guess. See if that works. And it'll be a little larger so we can see what's going on. So I'm going to put in here index match. Before I put in the match, I'm going to have to go back down here to my view to 100%. Right here, if I can. Yeah, not allowing me to do that for some reason. I don't know why. So I'm going to have to just go up here. I'm going to scroll over. And I'm going to grab onto, here's what we want to look. Here's like for our answers, so to speak. Okay, so if I can get over there. Okay, so there's the array that we're going to search for the answers in. Okay, there's that. So going back down to my formula, it put that in D3 to A12. Now, comma, match. We're going to match up with, over here, this where that 5 is, right here. And that's C22. So that's the next thing I want to type into the formula. C22. That's the lookup value. Where is it going to try to find that? Right up here. In that green heading right there to the left. So now, since I've kind of copied that and it's pasted into the formula, I move this over, go down, there it is. And then the next thing it's going to ask for is whether we want, now we want an exact match. Parenthesis, now we go match. And we're going to match now this group 10. That's V17. V17, comma, and we're going to match, we're going to have it look, that's the lookup value. We're going to have it look through these headings up here to find that, whatever it was, group 10, which I just passed up there, but going all the way over here, right to here. There we go. Now that should have been inserted into the formula that I'm typing. There it is, D2 to AL2, comma 0. And there's PD. I really feel like I need to change that zoom. Yeah, I can now. Okay, so in the middle of the formula, I couldn't really do it too well. All right, so now let's get ourselves back over here. This normal view. And so we looked up the 5 in this array. There's 5. We looked up the group 10 up here in this array, the gold. And the 5 and the 10, the row and the column have an intersection at PD. And that's why I put PD right there. Problem is, watch this. If I want to scroll over here, oops, that didn't work too well. If you can see it, why didn't it work? Because when we autofill, watch what happens to the numbers, like for instance, D and AL. We're trying to reference this D over to the AL, and look what happens. It went to E. No, we want to keep on referencing for all of these down here, all of them. We want to just reference that D to AL. and it also went over to AM. So we don't want that to change. So we're going to come back here, and we're going to put the $sign in front of the D there. $sign, can you see it up there? Maybe not. Maybe down here better. I just put one in front of there. Okay. Okay, what's going on there? I gotta just redo this. All right, so I wanted a $sign here. I think you can see it better here. So $sign there, $sign right there, AL, $sign in front of the 12. Now going over here, the C22, when I scroll down here, that's a vertical column. When I scroll down, it's not going to be, it's not going to matter if it updates the numbers or, goes either way on the numbers there. So I'm going to, but we don't want it to go over to B or go over to D. We want to keep holding on to that C. So I'm going to put a $sign in front of the C. And that 22, well, that position's free to update. We got to keep using that B3 to B12 array. I could put $sign in front of the 3 as well, from the B in front of the 12. Now over here, matching the B this time. Now here is where we're matching, horizontally going across. So we want that B to change. So I don't want a $sign in front of that. There we have the 17. Now the D, that's the array. We want to keep referencing D. We don't change it to C or anything. D2 to AL. And that was supposed to be, yeah, AL2. All right, so that's that array right up there, the gold. That's where we're going to choose our values from. I think everything's in, but never know. Still says PD there. Let's see what happens when I go across. It looks good to me. I see 5 with 13 is IN. 5 with 13, IN, yeah. And if we go down, I see, for instance, 7 with group 10, and then the 7 over there to the left. Yeah, it's DS. And I can scroll up this way. I can autofill up this way. I can autofill down and so on. Down to here. I can autofill all the way over to here. I can autofill it all the way back to the left. Let's check one simple one over there. Let's see, just grab this and go over there. Now, 7 AC gives us TH here under group 4. 7 AC gives us TH, yes, under group 4. So that table looks good. Now, another place we would want to put in index match, it's right here. And we don't need to use the $signs because this one we're not going to be scrolling it all over the place. So equals INDEX. We do want to look for our answer, I'll call it, in that array, D3 to AL12. Now match. And we're going to match the cell that's right under where my cursor is right now. Can't see, it's obliterated, so, but it's B16. So we just put in B16, and it'll default to uppercase B, by the way, but where we're going to look for that is in this array, right? Oops, I went a little too far. Let me go back up. Should be able to. Let's go up one. And there's that. And then ending no, we got to put in the 0. Ending parenthesis. Oh boy, the thing's way down there now. So I'm going to do the same. Well, it's way down here. I'm going to put in match. And we're going to match now this right here. That's D14. So D14, again, I'll default to uppercase D, and then comma, and the lookup array for this is the horizontal up there. So that should have filled in there. Down, comma 0, ending parentheses, and it's PD. So 5 in group 10. 5 in group 10, yep, PD. We changed the 5 to 3. Okay, let's go with 3 in group 10. Now, I don't like group 10. It's gotten 0. There's nothing there. Yeah, so I'll go 3 and go over to group 14. How's that? Group 14. And put in SI. And there it is, SI, with the 3 there. I found a little bit of extra time, and so I wanted to show you. I don't like all these pound n/a's down here. They put that every place where there's a blank up there. There's a lot of blanks on the periodic table. So I want to show you this. Watch what happens when I go ahead and alphabetize or sort those. So I'm going to go up to home and sort data under data and sort right here. There it is. Couldn't find it for a second. Continue with that selection. Sort. We're going to want to sort left to right. Left to right, OK. Press OK. And look at that. It put all the NAs together over here out of the way. I could do the same thing with the numbers. I'm not sure how much time I have here, but I guess I'll give it a try. We sort down through here. And hopefully get this quickly. Want to continue. But for our options, we want to go top to bottom. Sort that. OK. And now look, it got all those, got the NAs out of the middle of that. That's all. Again, if you would if you have any questions, go to the comments, ask. Somebody smarter than I am probably be able to help you. Have a good day.